Hey everyone, just wanted to give you a quick heads up. The second Global Product Owner Summit is coming soon. You can get all the details at bit.ly/Product Owner 2024. That's bit.ly/Product Owner 2024. And it's all lowercase, all one word. Oh, and stick with us until the end of the episode to know the dates and the tracks that we have for you in this year's summit. But for now, let's dive into today's episode. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Thursday, Success Thursday, this week with Johannes Andersen. Hey, Johannes, welcome back.
Hi, Vasco. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So today is Success Thursday, obviously the big question of the week. But before we dive into that, Johannes, share with us, as an Agile coach and Scrum Master, what's your favorite retrospective format and why?
So basically this is the favorite retrospective format for me is one that's not too much structure, actually. I have a very simple way of doing it where we start with drawing a timeline saying the last time we met and today. So that would, if you do something that's close to Scrum, that would be 2 weeks or something like that. What happened objectively? You're not talking about good or bad. You're trying to remove your feelings and just trying to create a shared story in the team about what actually happened. Someone joined the team. Someone was sick. We launched this thing. We had that problem. But try not to use the word problem then. That's the trap. But try to describe what factually happened. So you have kind of a joint mind about what actually happened for these. They kind of set you in the mindset of what actually happened for the last period. You can do that for a whole project. I've seen that done when you see like a 4-month project. For those, it's even more important to actually do that. So you kind of reboost what actually happened. I can't remember what happened last week. Let's try to talk about it. And the point is, no one can remember what happened in 2 weeks' time or something like that. You need to do that. But as a team, you will have close to a perfect memory, actually, of that. You will get really far. After that, we do a classic, so what went really well, what didn't go that well, and what made me wonder. And they will post it and they run up and trying to explain what they thought was good, bad, and what made them think. And then voting on which one should we actually do something about. So that's quite simple. And sometimes we even drop those and just after the timeline, if the mood's there and the team is well-oiled, we'll just show what's on the top of your mind after seeing this timeline. Because you have to remember that it's not there to have, the retrospective is to be a tool to help the team talk about the things that are important to them. And if they are having a good conversation without post-its, let them have that. And try to catch up with it. Okay, so these are the key takeaways from this, so we actually can use it for something. But the point is to kind of remember, why are you having a retrospective? It's not because you have an Agile coach and he needs to facilitate something. It's actually because you as a team are trying to learn and trying to talk about the thing that happens and see if we can change something to the better. And sometimes you don't need the framework, and sometimes you need the framework.
Absolutely. And one tip that you shared, which I think is very important, is if the team is already having a great conversation, don't interfere. Let them have that great conversation. Exactly. Because something is going to come up. Of course, understanding that we're still focused on the scope of the retrospective, and you probably said that right at the start so that everybody gets in and is aware of what we are trying to do with the retrospective, rather than just talking about the weather or something like that, of course. But if that focus is there, then the conversation naturally emerges what's important for the team at that time.
Hopefully. Most times it does, yeah.
So let's talk about success next, Johannes. Of course, that's why we do the retrospectives in the end, is to help ourselves and the team be successful. But let's focus on our success as Scrum Masters. What's the definition of a successful Scrum Master for you, Johannes?
Yeah, so I'm going to take this off more of an Agile coach in general, because I haven't been that strict of a Scrum Master, but I have been an Agile coach for many years. For me, I think the biggest success is when I'm actually not needed. when I have enabled a team to actually do all the things by themselves, when they are having good conversations, when they are insisting on having the check-ins, when they are having discussions that can be heated about what they're trying to solve, but not personal, where they can actually interact, where they have that psychological safety that makes you be able to challenge all the things you are trying to do and the way you're doing it, but still be good friends and colleagues. But still at a level where you are safe enough to say, okay, I think we need help here. Let's get the coach in and help us on this one. But my goal is actually that the teams should be able to manage without me on a day-to-day basis and just pull me in for some bigger stuff. And of course, something like a retrospective would be nice to have someone to facilitate and lead that conversation. But I love when a team say, oh, no, we can take the retrospective without you. That's fine. Because that's a good signal for me that that team is actually doing quite well right now. Then I might need to come in once in a while and shake things up a bit and change a bit and try to challenge them a bit. But that the team has formed like that, that's what I see as a success.
You said something that I wanted to highlight because all of the things that you said make perfect sense. But one that you said I think is critical because it's very often for us to then just step back too early. And by that, I mean the team is hosting their check-ins. The team is participating in the refinement. The team has even volunteered to host the retrospective, and they have done it. But they lack this improvement drive, this asking of we could be much better. What could we do next, right? And it's very easy if things are going well. There's no urgency, no catastrophe. It's very easy for us to step back. But one thing that is never happening for teams that are not ready is that they don't ask for help. But when the teams are able to ask for help, then you know they can be left alone because now not only are they wanting to be independent, which is great because that's what we want as Agile coaches and Scrum Masters. We want the teams to be independent and self-managed, but they are also aware that sometimes they need help and they are not afraid or ashamed to ask for help. And I think that's a very critical point that sometimes gets missed in this idea, right? This idea of the team being self-sufficient is that a team can be self-sufficient, but if they can't ask for help, then they are no longer really self-sufficient. They are trying to distance, they are trying to detach, but they are not yet self-sufficient. Self-sufficient teams know when they need help and they ask for help.
Yes, very important point. I totally agree with you. That is the key of getting to that point and getting that kind of psychological safety. I think is a good word for it. That they actually dare to ask. There is also something about it. It is, and you mentioned it. It is. They could be really well oiled and well functioning, but not challenging them themselves because as people, we actually like to have things that are stable. And stable also means not improving. And that even happens with someone like me who's been an Agile coach for many years. I can't really coach myself. I've tried. It's really, really hard to coach yourself. You need someone else to have that spirit. Someone that can challenge you, ask why. Why don't you try that? You said you would do that. Why didn't you? What happened? And ask you those questions so you can actually improve.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think that's a key aspect. People that are or teams that are asking for help are teams that are typically challenging themselves, or at least finding when they are challenged. Right? They are aware of it, and that's very important. So they are not uncomfortable with it. They just recognize, okay, this is too much for us now. Hey, Johannes, could you come in and facilitate a difficult conversation with the product owner? And that's very important.
Yeah, it is. It is definitely.
Thank you for sharing that, Johannes.
You're welcome.
Hi there, Agile friends. Thank you for sticking around and listening to the details of the Product Owner Summit, this year's global summit dedicated to a critical Scrum role, the product owner role, of course. We'll have some amazing keynotes and 4 tracks filled with first-hand stories and experiences for product owners to learn more about that critical Scrum role. The summit will take place between April 23rd and 25th, so book your calendars. There will be loads of sessions for you to attend. One of the keynotes will be Dave West, the product owner and CEO at Scrum.org, one of the largest Scrum organizations in the world. If you want to know more, check out the details at bit.ly/product owner 2024. That's all one word, all lowercase, bit.ly/product owner 2024. We will also have 4 tracks. The 4 tracks will cover cross-functional product ownership. That's track 1. As Pixar's Ratatouille said, not every idea can be a great idea, but a great idea can come from anywhere. And this quote emphasizes the importance of a product owner being open to all ideas, regardless of the source, and also challenges us to focus on getting good ideas from everywhere and involving the whole team in the product owner role and responsibilities. The second track is designing products for growth, where we explore how to craft products ready for scalable growth, merging practical strategies with innovation. The idea here is to learn to design products for growth, whether it is sales or customer acquisition. The third track is Know Your Users, user-centric approaches for Agile development. In this track, we learn to master user-centric techniques in Agile development, to deeply understand customer needs and transform insights into meaningful UX designs that focus on engagement and satisfaction. This is a track ideal for innovation-focused Agile teams. And the fourth track, one of the most exciting tracks in my opinion, is product development with AI, ideas for product owners. Not only do we discuss about using AI in the products, but also AI for product owners to learn to make a bigger impact with the help of the AI tools that we already have. The Product Owner Summit will also present to you great opportunities to network with your peers. So get your ticket and join our Slack. You can get the ticket and join the Slack at bit.ly/product owner 2024. As always, we have free tickets and also the paid tickets that help to support this podcast. So check them out at bit.ly/product owner 2024. That's all lowercase, all one word, product owner 2024. I'll see you in the summit floor.